Okay, so we're going to draw the nose. We're going to start out by lightly sketching in what we call the keystone. So that's the space between the eyebrows where it sort of dips back in towards the face. Okay. I'm going to mark on the base of the nose, and normally this is about halfway between the eyes and the chin. And then I'm just going to lightly sketch in the overall shape of the nose. This is where it meets the cheeks. If you want to get this angle right, you can use your pencil. So you can look at the person you're drawing and get that angle and copy it over. Okay. Now we need to make sure that the sides of the keystone here are curved. This is actually the eye socket, the edge of the eye socket. Okay, and we're going to sketch in the planes of the nose. So roughly they're 2 straight lines. We can start with just 2 straight lines and then add detail later. And then we're going to add the bulbous point, the tip of the nose. Have a look at the person you're drawing and see how big this is. Some people have quite a big point at the end, some people it's much smaller. Okay. Now we're going to sketch in the fleshy parts, the sides of the nostrils. Once again, have a look at the person that you're drawing. Some people have quite rounded, some people it's thinner and longer. Okay, so you need to look at the person that you're drawing. Now we want to mark in where the shadow is going to come. So if the light is coming from the top, we're going to have some shadow under here. Now here it's going to be curved because it's like a ball, and slightly curved here as well because these are also sort of balls. Okay. Now we can go back and refine these straight lines. So most people have got a bony part to the nose somewhere along here. Now you want to have a look at the person that you're drawing, see if you can see it, and what will happen is we'll see the bone kind of sticking out a little bit. I'm going to get rid of my guidance lines. Okay, now it's important that we get this in the right place, in the right size, because it gives the nose a real sort of individual character. So now that I've got the main structure, I'm going to go on to do the shading. As usual, I'm going to shade lightly over the whole nose first. I'm really holding my pencil quite near the end. Okay, so I've shaded lightly over the whole nose. Now I need to do more of the detailed shading. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly shade in this keystone area. Okay. I'm also going to do the side planes. Now this is the eye socket, so we've definitely got some shading here. And here. Notice how I'm not shading this bit. These bits of the nostrils are the bits that kind of stick up and catch the light. Okay, I want them to look like little balls, so I'm not going to shade them all in. This is the other eye socket. And importantly, I need to make sure I shade the underside of the nose. Okay, so once I've done this, I'm going to mark in my nostrils. Now the nostrils are like little tadpole-y sort of shapes with the tails towards the middle and then the fat bodies towards the outside. Now this is very, very important that you really look at the person who you're drawing. Some people have quite prominent nostril holes that you can really see. Some people you can barely see them at all. So it's very important that you look at your person as you're drawing the nostrils. Okay, so now I'm going to keep on with my shading, And here my light source is coming from that direction, so this side of the nose is going to be all a bit darker. So I'm going to extend the shading to soften that line, and coming round that bally bit of the nose, underneath. Because the light's coming from this side, we're also going to have a shadow of the nose cast onto the cheek on this side, and this side of the nose is going to be that bit darker than that side of the nose that's catching the light. Okay, now also here we are going to start to get a shadow underneath the nose. And this is going to link down to where our lips are. Okay, so notice that my shading is all more on this side, which is not the highlighted side of the nose. Okay, so that's how we draw a nose.